You asked for it, so it's now time to apply what we learned in the last 3 videos to an actual meal plan. When we come back, I'm going to take you through meal number 1 based on the calculations from our last video. Stay tuned. Hey LiveLeaners, welcome to LiveLeanTV. I am your host Brad Guthrie, and it's time to apply our nutrition planning calculations to the real world. I'm talking about cooking in the kitchen. We're going to use the same calculations from the previous video. So if you missed that video, click right here and make sure you watch that first. These previous calculations included a daily calorie goal of 2,000 calories, and remember, our workout was planned at lunch. So based on this, meal number 1 macronutrient goals were 40 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs, and 35 grams of fat. This meal resembles the meat and nut breakfast popularized by Charles Poliquin. Charles Poliquin is the godfather of personal training. So why the meat and nuts breakfast? It's his number 1 dietary tip for optimal lean energy and mental focus. There have been multiple studies on executives, kids, professional athletes that shows a high protein breakfast is critical for sustained energy and increased productivity through the day and stabilizing your blood sugar levels for extended periods of time. For example, the meat allows for a slow and steady rise in blood sugar, while the healthy fats in the nuts allow your blood sugar to remain stable for a long period of time. Balancing your blood sugar is so important to reducing cravings and keeping you feeling satiated. The opposite occurs when you eat a high carb breakfast like cereal and toast. Your blood sugar is all over the place, leading to cravings and hunger. Alright, enough talk, let's get cooking. Just talking about this food, I'm getting hungry. Come on over here, I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to make in the meat and nuts breakfast. Come on over. Okay, so here's the food we're going to use in our meat and nuts breakfast. It's going to be delicious, I promise you. We have our beef, eggs, garlic, onions, broccoli, spinach, and walnuts. Now you may be asking, Brad, how do you know that this is the right amount of beef, the right amount of eggs, and the right amount of nuts to give us our protein and fat content? Great question. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how we did that very shortly. But I used this weight scale, and if you haven't seen my video on how to portion out your food and how to weigh your food, click right here. You can watch that. All right, so let's get cooking. Let's heat up our pan over about higher heat because we are going to be using beef, and you want to cook your beef over higher heat. We're going to put some eggs in the bowl. We'll add our garlic and onion to our frying pan, and we'll wait for that to heat up, and then we're going to add in the beef. Now that this pan is nice and hot, we're going to add in our steak. All right, so you saw how easy, how quick this was to make. Let's see how delicious it is. That deserves a damn, that's good. Add the meat and nuts breakfast to your diet. Watch your body get lean. Watch your energy levels rise. Watch your blood sugar levels stabilize so you're not always craving food. This right here is the key to all of that. Okay, so you may be wondering, how did I figure out the quantity of beef, the quantity of nuts that we needed to make up our macronutrient goal of 40 grams of protein and 35 grams of fats? Very simple. I opened up my meal planner software that you see on the screen right now, and this is available on my website. Enter in our percentage of protein for the day, 40%, 20% for carbs, and 40% for fats, like the example we've used in the videos. 2,000 calorie, just like the example. And then, as you see, that pre-populated our totals for the day: 200 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs, 89 grams of fats. Now all we have to do is go over to this food section, pick the food from a drop-down box, which is already pre-populated. So we had beef, we'll select beef, go down to our fat source. We said it was going to be walnuts. Open this up, we'll scroll down to find the walnuts in our drop-down. There we go. And then our eggs. We'll find whole eggs in the menu. There we go.
And as I mentioned, onions, spinach, broccoli, any fibrous vegetable like that, or low-calorie vegetable, and the sauce, because it's low-calorie, the spices, you don't need to add those into this. Those are free foods. We don't count the calories from those foods. Now that we have the food selected, we just have to enter the grams. So let's put in 50 grams of steak. Let's put in maybe, say, 30 grams, and then for eggs, 106 grams, because one egg is 53 grams, and so that just shows you on the carton. So we'll put 2 eggs. So as you can see, our protein from this quantities is 34 grams, and we are in a deficit of 7. So we need to add more protein to this meal. So let's bump this up to 70 grams of beef. And there you go. We have 40 grams of protein. We have 36 grams of fats. This hits our goal, as you can see, 0, 0. And there's a little bit of carbs in this meal, even though we don't want carbs, but that is natural forms of carbs, so we're not going to worry about that. So there is our quantities we want. So this is what we'd weigh out in a food scale: 70 grams of beef, 30 grams of walnuts, and 106 grams of eggs, which is just 2 eggs. Very simple, straightforward.
Hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. Please support this channel by clicking that thumbs up button down there to give us that big like. Also, subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet by clicking subscribe up there, and leave a comment below on what you think of this breakfast idea, the meat and nuts breakfast. We'll see you guys again for another video very soon.
Alright, thanks again for watching this video, guys. If you want to see more videos, watch me how I make my tilapia pizza by clicking on that thumbnail to the left of the subscribe button, or my high intensity your body workout to the right of the subscribe button, and make sure you click that subscribe button to subscribe for future videos.